What is up, everybody? Ace here, and I am back on the JFS, hanging out in Shoptown, and just gonna do a quick little update video, I guess. There's something new going up over here. I think this might be Muck's build? Maybe? I haven't seen an episode. Oh yeah, it is Muck's, I think. I think I read the sign over here. It looks pretty interesting. No, it's Mixon's. Oh. Interesting. And looks like he continued the path that I kind of set up over here, so that's cool. I don't think anybody's bought any redstone, but please do. Maybe I'll load it up some more. So yeah, it's January 19th. UHC Season 20 has been recorded. By the time this episode comes out, we should have at least the first episode. So, hope you guys are enjoying it so far. UHC betting is currently closed. Seems like Naxer withdrew his bets. I think he kept the all or nothing pool though. Because there were three bets in here, but yeah, Naxer removed his, but he kept these in here, so I don't know if he wants to take those back or not, but I guess he's welcome to. So yeah, what is there to talk about? I had a brief issue with some internet issues. I almost thought I wasn't going to be able to upload my videos, because shortly after recording, oh cool. Shortly after recording UHC 20, like the day or two afterwards, my internet dropped, but it only dropped for me. So it was like I was the only person in the house that couldn't connect to the internet, because it became unidentified for some reason. Turns out it had something to do with the power line network adapter that I had. And so I swapped that out, and everything is good. So yeah, good stuff there. What else? That's kind of the big thing, I guess. That's it. Works kind of normal. It's pretty standard. Kind of enjoying it less and less each day, but I don't really want to do anything else right now. I kind of want to just sit tight and try to fix things. So just kind of walking around, seeing what's new over here. Been pretty quiet. Nixer's on though. So let's see. I guess UHC 20. I showed the intro. And if the first episode is out, then you've seen the intro. Yes, there seriously needs to be something going on here. The fun thing about that, the intro that I put up was, it's basically an intro of intros, where you see like the previous 9, or the previous bunch of UHC intros that I've made, all compiled together. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but I like it. The funny thing about that is I look back at the Season 10 intro recently, and I kind of did the same thing. Not with my own, because I think I only made like one before that, one or two. But with everybody else's, or at least a few other intros from other people, and compile those together onto that intro. So I kind of inadvertently continued the theme there. So I guess for Season 30 I'm going to be doing it again, assuming we get to that point. So, but yeah, Season 20, it's a good one. Yeah, it's definitely not a bad one. Got stuff to talk about once that season's over though. As usual, there'll be a recap, and then a UHC Battles video, and we'll prepare for the next one, I guess. Assuming that activity picks up again. So, is there anything I can say about it right now? Probably not. I'm not gonna talk about it and too much more. I don't know. I'm just gonna. I don't have anything I want to do right now. Checked on the stuff I wanted to check on. Here's Dimitri looking out the window. I unfortunately did not get a Dimitri this season. It's kind of unfortunate. I tried to. There were some wolves around, but I did not have the bones to tame any. So, spoiler alert, but Dimitri does not make an appearance this season. He sorta does, I guess. But not officially for me. So. Let's see, what else can I talk about? It's been kind of a lackluster time of year, I guess. Take care of you. There you go. Let's go this way. Let's see. Yeah. It's actually a good test right now. Let's see how well the new adapter works. It seems to be doing alright. Every so often it drops and says unidentified network, but then it picks it back up again, so I'm not too concerned about it. So I guess I'm gonna talk about a topic that I've actually mentioned wanting to talk about for a long time. In older videos, I kept saying, like, there's something I want to talk about, but I'm not sure if I want to yet. And at this point, it's kind of become a whatever thing. Like, it's not that big of a deal at all. Ooh. I was just there. So yeah, let's talk about the topic that I kept putting off because I wasn't sure if I wanted to, but now I don't think it matters anymore. Because pretty much anybody that's that I'm in the Discord group with on the JFS can probably look at my page and see what's going on. Or if you follow me on Twitter, or even if you're on Facebook, you probably... it doesn't matter. Because I tend to have somehow been a part of the furry community. And it's been 4 years. This is actually year 5, so... So yeah, I never really bothered to talk about it, and I kind of wanted to, but wasn't really sure if I should or if I even wanted to bother with it. So I kind of like phased it in to see how people would respond to it, and for the most part, people just kind of asked, "Are you really?" And I was like, "Yeah, it happens," and that was pretty much it. So at this point, it's just kind of getting it out of the way so it stops lingering in the back of my mind. So so to get out of the way, hi, what does it mean to be part of the community? It's basically just an interest in a concept, that concept being anthropomorphic animals, which is animals with human-like qualities, human-like traits. So you can think of, like, Zootopia as a prime example, but it can also be something like The Fox and the Hound. So it kind of varies in levels. And building upon that, it's the interest in the concept and expressing your interest in such a concept through different ways, various art forms, like drawing, writing, stuff like that. And then, of course, it builds to the point of if you were an anther animal, what would you look like? And that becomes a persona, and then I should take these down. I'm gonna keep that one though. And then you want to find other people like you and want to hang out with them, and that creates the conventions and meetups, and yeah. Oops, that's my sign. Well, I don't need it anymore. I got the tracks. So, how did all this happen? How did this all begin for me? It was a few years ago. It started kind of in a wonky way. For other people, it's usually like they watch a movie that features anther animals and kind of build from there. And I guess I've always kind of followed that concept as well, just not as blatantly, maybe. Like I've followed like shows like Little Bear, and there's Blue's Clues, and there's stuff like that, but like my my version of a teddy bear was Thomas the Tank Engine, so I don't know how that factors into things, but it's I guess it's an anther thing. It counts. But yeah, this was 4 years ago, and I kind of entered into it in a weird way. And again, I entered. Man, my face is burning from this. Entering into the community via the weirdest direction, because some people are artistically creative and they'll draw and whatnot, and I get into the community through that. For me, it ended up in the kind of storyline / role-playing side, which is the weirdest and cringiest section of the community, and somehow I managed to tiptoe my way through all of the cringe and find the genuine good people to hang out with and make friends with. And from there, I've built storylines and characters, and through all that, I'm kind of slowly working my way towards writing a novel. That my big dream for that would be to one day turn that into a TV series or a film series or something like that. So, something I can talk about in the future. But yeah, that's kind of the brief version of how I got into it. It's probably not something I'm going to get into too much detail of for everybody else's sake. But, But yeah, so that's me. And understandably, the community's definitely looked down upon for various reasons. And first of all, to get out of the way, I'm largely in agreement with people's opinions of these things, of most of the people in the community. You'll find that there's like two main types of people in this community. There's the kind of furries that are devoting their entire life to every single aspect of the community and get pretty much a little bit too into it in some cases, and they're kind of the people that most people think of when they think of furries, with the whole cringy aspects and the endless drama and the most extreme and unusual content of pornographic stuff and whatever. and over-sexualizing everything. And then you got the people who enjoy the concept and don't devote their entire lives to it, and for the most part just to live a regular life, minus this additional detail. And it's kind of the same as being a fan of anything else. You got your devoted fans who spend every waking moment of their lives, devoting all their time to something that they're interested in. And you got kind of the more casual fans who enjoy it. You spend time, enjoying it. And not really going too far about it. They're just living out their normal lives with this extra little tidbit of stuff. Alright. And that's kind of where I fall into. I know I'm trying to do something here. But yeah, that's where I fall into. I wake up, go to work, come home, watch YouTube videos, play Minecraft, play some Siege, go to bed. And the aspect of the community, for me, is most of the community is just like working on storyline stuff, getting art commissions to kind of help visualize my characters, and chatting with other people who are in a similar mindset through Discord. And I'm kind of, I'm a part of other groups as well that might fall into the former category, but I mostly lurk on there. There's really only one group that I spend most of my time in, and you've seen a couple videos recently that features people from that group, with the Cards Against Humanity and the Uno stuff. Those are people from that group, and they are great. They're some great people. It's really interesting because the community is a mess, but is also a really welcoming place. When you got to tiptoe around the bad parts, but you can find some really cool people, and it just so happens that a good number of us have all congregated onto this one Discord group, and it's probably the only place that I'm ever truly active on. Like, I'm way more active on there than I am on even the JFS Discord, which I really only weigh in on occasion on the JFS Discord. But on the other one, I'm talking and just chatting it up in there and just having a good time. So they're good people, and that's what the community should be about. But unfortunately, you have the other side of the community that kind of give furries a bad rap, and we kind of want to get it, have a better. We want people to have a better understanding of how things work, but then those kinds of furries kind of pop up and sprinkle a little bit of drama out there, and all of our efforts are for naught, and it's a bit of a shame, but yeah. So I figured I would get that out of the way. Interesting thing about the community and the JFS is that the characters that have popped up over the years are actually some of the characters that I have in my storyline. Man, going back through the years, like, there's Red McCandles, there's, Dimitri, and he's my main character in the community. And, he's been around for a while. There's a bit of an inside joke as to why he's Um, why he's got his own church and everything. But oh no! Okay, I need that gunpowder. Oh, later. So yeah, yeah, Dimitri is a main character of mine. He's the main character of mine. And what else? Diego, the rabbit I tamed in the Season 3 world, is a character that belongs to a friend of mine. The multitude of wolves... yeah, the multitude of wolves I had in Season 3 for a little bit, those were all characters of mine. Or most of them were. They were either mine or my friends, so... so yeah, it's been hinted here and there. And so yeah, over time, I just kind of... When I joined the Discord group that I'm a part of, I think I had like a... I was kind of starting to ease into it with the Fox... the regular Fox profile picture. And then, I think I transitioned into other stuff before just going, what the hell, and putting, some of my characters as pictures instead. And it's good to know that pretty much nobody cares. Like, it's pretty much that people have asked for, just to confirm. And, oh, that's probably my internet. So that's what it does. It's unidentified network. So I just gotta wait for it to come back. And it's back. So yeah, it's good to know. Nobody really cares. And I think it helps the fact that I'm not the ultra cringy kind, so for the, doing the ooh and the hello and all that stuff, that's not my thing. I am as much bothered by it as most others. So yeah. I definitely entered the community in a weird direction, but somehow managed to tiptoe my way around the worst of it and not be fully infected by it. Interesting thing about it, my current picture is actually... my current picture on Discord is actually my persona. A couple things to note about it. First of all, I hadn't had one until a couple of months ago. It's been 4 years, and I finally was like, alright, well, I got this guy. I guess he's me now. So, that's literally how it happened. Wait, creeper. Yes, that's basically it. The character was an adopt art. And what an adopt is a character that belongs to someone else. Either they had the character for a while, or they draw a design, and then they put the rights to that character up for sale. When you purchase it, you gain the rights to that character, and as well as any accompanying artwork that they have. So yeah, that was an adopt that I picked up from the admin of the Discord group. Oh, nice. And I was just like, sure, that can be me. And so it is. Other interesting tidbit about him is that his name is Dean Love, and that doesn't sound like a big deal on the surface, except Dean Love is a name that I've had a character name that I've had for a long, long time. I'm talking like the original WWE SmackDown vs. Raw video game for like the PS2. He was a created wrestler because at the time I was like, I wanted to create enough wrestlers to do a full create a wrestler Royal Rumble, get all 30 characters in. So I had to like make up names for a bunch of people, and one of them was Dean Love, and I actually liked his the way I designed the character in the game, so it kind of became a favorite of mine. And from that point on, when I started writing stories and such, the name became a recurring theme. And so he kept being a character in these little stories I would write here and there. And the name just kept sticking around. I even, even at one point, was this in high school or was this, was it 10th grade or 12th grade? Because I had the same teacher for two different grades, two different English classes. One of them was a college course, the other one was just regular English. I think it was the first time around. Actually, when she did the initial attendance, she passed the attendance sheet around, and you could write down like a preferred name that you would like her to call you by. And I put Dean Love down, and for the most part, I was called up by it. Even though after I did it, I was like, that was kind of dumb. I'm gonna go back to just good old me. She did occasionally call me by Dean, off and on. So, so yeah, that was kind of interesting. So yeah, over the years, the name came and went, stuck around, and ultimately, when I got this character, I was like, that's gonna be me, and the name's gonna be Dean Love. And I guess I could have gone with my regular name, but that's boring. Wow, I got enough gunpowder to do 1 TNT. That's fantastic. So yeah. I hope everybody's okay with that little bit of cringe to talk about. I just felt like I wanted to record a video, and it's been something that was on my mind for a while, and I just wanted to get it out of the way. So, I hope you don't mind. Throw that away. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keep these. I got all this dirt in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. What was I gonna do with all that dirt? I don't even remember. Oh, there's one more shop I need to check out, but it's almost 30 minutes, so maybe I should end the episode off here. So, hope you guys have enjoyed watching, or listening to me talk about something pretty cringy, but something I felt like I had to get out of the way, even though everybody on the JFS should know by now, considering I've been slowly but surely integrating it into all of my social media stuff. So, but yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you ever care to know more, I guess you can ask. And I shall see you all next time.